Russian President Vladimir Putin says North Korea's Kim Jong-un is ready to give up his nuclear weapons. In a historic move, the two leaders held a summit in Russia. Kim says he's ready to move toward denuclearization, but he wants guarantees when it comes to national security. This meeting comes after talks between President Trump and Kim Jong-un failed to produce any real results during February's Vietnam summit. CBS News foreign correspondent Charlie D'Agata is following the latest from London. Good to see you, Charlie.
How are you, Vlad?
All right. So did anything substantial come out of this? I know we're saying that Putin says Kim Jong-un is going to give up his weapons, but that could be just hyperbole. What are we really hearing substantially coming out of this?
Well, you know, you have to define what substantial means. Was there any progress in terms of addressing the nuclear program, in terms of addressing sanctions, in terms of any sort of financial aid, in terms of any kind of business deals going on with Russia and North Korea? No. There wasn't anything. And if there was anything, they certainly haven't made that public. What is substantial is the posturing of both President Putin and Kim Jong-un during this meeting, the fact that they were meeting at all, because really this is a message to the White House administration, to the Trump administration, that for one, Kim has got more friends than just China in siding up with President Putin. It puts Putin in the driver's seat as well, because what he was saying after this short summit that they had was, look, I will essentially act as a go-between between North Korea and Washington, North Korea and Beijing. So he's positioned himself into this negotiation process between the United States and essentially North Korea. So once again, we see President Putin taking advantage of another global crisis where he can step in. This invitation, it's important to note, by the way, he had invited, this invitation came out more than a year ago, and it's only now that North Korea has accepted that. So it's put them both on the world scale. As Kim Jong-un himself said, everybody is paying attention to the Korean Peninsula, and of course they're paying attention today. You can guarantee that President Trump and the White House is paying attention to what happened.
Yeah, so on one hand, Charlie, as you know, the president has been commended for bringing the United States and North Korea to the bargaining table, something that had never really been accomplished in previous administrations. On the other, that last summit was a big goose egg. So I feel like we're seeing Kim Jong-un engaging in some realpolitik here. He's reaching out to Vladimir Putin, or Putin's reaching out to him, and perhaps trying to fill a vacuum that was created based off of that last summit.
Well, you know, North Korea needs friends, and we have to remember that North Korea and Russia share a border. So it's within Russia's interest to make sure that they don't have a nuclear-armed neighbor right on its border. So there is some cause for Russia to want to be involved. Moscow's felt that they've been shut out of these nuclear talks, and they should be involved in them. But this is an opportunity for North Korea to now reach out to Russia, not only to China, which we've all been aware of, but to say, you know, now we've got Russia on board. And whenever President Putin has an opportunity, a vacuum, because that is what's happened, as soon as those talks collapsed in Vietnam, we saw a wedge in between the United States and North Korea. And once again, President Putin is filling in and finding a way to take advantage of that. Now, what will this mean in real terms? There wasn't a great announcement. The Kremlin had already warned when the summit began there would not be a declaration. There would not be a statement. So they automatically kept expectations low. They didn't want to put themselves in the situation that the United States was put in and Hanoi, where people are thinking, well, this might be we may see some moves forward in terms of North Korea's nuclear program. That wasn't there at all. And again, that is not what we saw. Neither President Putin or Kim Jong-un came out and made any substantial statements as to whether there's a plan moving forward, just that President Putin would be meeting with the Chinese and he would convey the message on behalf of North Korea, and that he would do the same with the United States.
All right, Charlie D'Agata reporting for us in London today. Thank you, Charlie, as always.
Thanks, Vlad.